Hello everybody, Corey here. We're going to go over the trades and holdings for ULTY for July 23rd. Just a reminder, I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. I just pull the data and show it to you here. YieldMax ETFs are extremely risky. Loss of capital is possible. Please make sure you've read the prospectus and understand these risks. Alright, so we're doing ULTY, so let's start with our daily here. Let's see if we can get all of these here. So we have the same tickers as yesterday here. We actually have all the IVs loaded. Let me go through here. So we have, wow, Clean Spark, Hut 8, Mara, so a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but several of the Bitcoin or crypto related stocks are at the top. So Clean Spark at 119%, Hut 8 117%. We also have Space Mobile and then Mara at 116% there. At the bottom we have Nvidia 48%, Spotify 55%, and Tesla at 63%, though Tesla might be a little bit more tomorrow after earnings. Let's see. So we have ULTY went up 9 cents today, 0.7%. The overall market actually closed down. The S&P shows here as a negative 0.16%. Let's sort these by all the holdings. So Mara was down 10% today. In fact, several of the crypto stocks were down today. I'm not quite sure why Mara was down that much. Let me check on crypto real quick. I've been working outside. So crypto is under 66,000, and as of last night, it was at 68,000. So, wow, what happened to my portfolio after hours? Okay. Anyway, so let's see. MicroStrategy. That's what happened to my portfolio after hours, because Bitcoin is going down, so is MicroStrategy. So we can see here during the day, MicroStrategy was down 4%, Clean Spark's down 4%, and then we have Coin down 3%. As far as we have some pretty good upside down there on Hims and Hers, and Spotify is up 12%. And then we have Space Mobile up 8%, ENVX up 6%. Still don't know why I got lost sight of what I was doing here. Why Mara was down so much. Ooh. So I didn't hear anything about this today. So it's interesting, but Marathon Digital fined $138 million for contract violation. This says it was reported 12 hours ago. The largest Bitcoin mining firm has been ordered to pay $138 million in damages due to a breach of contract. A jury found that Marathon violated a non-disclosure agreement with Michael Ho, a former executive at U.S. Bitcoin Core and current chief strategy officer at Hut 8. So, well, now we know. But it's just weird that I didn't hear anything about that all day. It's probably because I wasn't listening. So, and then Hims and Hers and Spotify. So Spotify actually had earnings. It was up like $50. Okay, yeah, we can see it here, $3.95 to $3.30. I think it was up in pre-market. I think that's when their earnings were, and they had shot up. Yeah. Just glancing here, and then Hims and Hers. I'm not sure about. I know that they dropped significantly the other day because of some investigation. I don't know why they would have increased 12% today, though. which is awesome because I think I sold my hims and hers yesterday or the day before, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I should look at that. When it made that significant drop on that news, I ended up either dollar cost averaging or scooping some extras up. No, it looked like I'd already sold out what I'd previously owned, so I scooped some more up and then ended up selling it apparently today. I didn't even realize I had done it. All right. But I came in here to see what was going on with it. Of course, there's a thing that says what's going on with him and hers shares today, but when I go in there, there's nothing there. And that was from Benziga, but there's no actual story. So let me notice a proposed sale of securities. Nope, I don't. Yeah, I have no clue why. Just sitting here glancing because I don't know what this blank Benziga story was about because there's nothing on it when I click on it. Anyway, sorry. I wasted too much time looking at those. Just curious when you see those big amounts, and I didn't hear anything about them today. Anyway, and then trades. We do have some trades here where they closed out of. That can't be right. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why that's coming across as a negative. Because those actually should be positive when they sold the stock. Maybe it was just something, the formula, and then I didn't change it. I really should change my formula there. So, yeah, those are actually positives there. So I apologize. This won't update because I've already broken the formulas here. But yeah, they ended up closing out of some, but not all. You can see they've sold about half of the portion. It only has about $4 million left in both of those. So if we look at their net assets over here, we can see now those are the lowest holdings. And like I said, Spotify was way up on earnings. SMCI, I think it was MSCI that had earnings recently. And it's Tuesday. So I was going to go back and look on these. I don't know why my AC unit keeps cutting on and off. Let's see. Yeah, so see, we sold this for $327, and our strike prices were at $315 and $793. So this one actually, so $793.20, but our strike prices weren't until $950. So I'm not really sure. It's bothering me. I'm not really sure what the point of this one was. We were 18% below it. Ended up paying $1.20 to close it. I'm gonna guess we probably lost a bunch of money on that one. And I haven't been saving because I still have to catch up all these trades and stuff. So that's interesting. We must have already had that other one because this one shows at $8.90. I should have looked at this ahead of time. SMCI, yeah, we had a $9.50 and a $8.90. I just don't know why they would close this one out and pay all that money for it if it was going to, assuming that, it was going to close. Worthless. Yeah, they're down even another percentage or so in the after hours. I have no clue. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. This one I would assume they made money on. This one I would assume they lost money on. Of course, I don't have usually I just have the whole spreadsheet with all of the trades on them but since I haven't been copying these over. Yeah, so here, they paid $823 a share. $823 a share. And then just sold them for $700, so $30 less a share. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what was the point of those trades. So let's just gonna move on here, and let's go look at our holdings and see where we're at. And so I didn't say this up front. So I did have every single intention of doing my videos this weekend, and all the other stuff, or some of the stuff that was on my to-do list for this weekend. And it didn't happen. I spent both days working outside the entire time. Of course, as you know, I've been traveling and on vacation, and we had the whole New York thing, and I had a lot of mowing and weed eating and gardening to do. And then my neighbor, while I was gone, she had to go to the hospital, and I don't know, possibly just dehydrated and stuff. But they're an elderly couple, so I ended up spending all day Sunday mowing and weed eating on their land and around the horse fencing and all their trees and everything else. So needless to say, I did nothing all day Saturday and Sunday but work outside, and I got nothing on my to-do list done. So, and then, of course, Mondays I work in the office, so I don't know, it's just still feeling down, so I went straight to bed when I came home yesterday. So, anyway, that's why, I didn't get the videos out that I planned, and then I rushed this last video to get it out to you, just so you would have something. But we'll look here, what we have today, where we're at. The market overall ended up being red. It was green for a lot of the day, so I'm just looking here. We have one, I don't know if you would call that one, or yeah, because most of the shares there, 2, 3, even though that one's only a few cents, 4, 5. We have 5 just by glancing here, short calls over their strike prices. We have 21 tickers total. But just to skim through these real quick, we have the American Superconductor, $30 strike price. We're underneath that 4%. This one doesn't expire for a few weeks. We have ARM that expires next week with 167.50 strike price. We're over that by 3% at 171.70 because as you can see, that rose by 5% today. And then we have Space Mobile here with the 2 short calls that expired this Friday, $13.50, which were over 3% or 34 cents, because as you can see, it rose 8% today. And then we have the $14 strike price, which were under 1%. And just curious, because that's still a lot for a stock to go in one day. Just glancing here at the news, honestly, there's just nothing actually even here on it. So I'm not sure what happened there. Of course, it is a small stock. It goes up a little bit, and it's a huge percentage, or a small stock price. Anyway, we look at Clean Spark. We have the $19 strike price. We're underneath that 8%. As you can see, it went down 4% today. Then we have Coinbase. This one doesn't expire till next week with a 257.50 strike price, which were over 13%, 13 cents. And that's with it dropping 3% today, and we're still over. But we're right there at it, so it's looking good there. Of course, we're a few weeks away. I say a few weeks, less than 2 weeks this week, right? Yeah, this week and next week. Earlier today, I thought it was Wednesday, so yeah, so we got over a week and a half to go. Carvana here with the 142 strike price, it expiring next week as well. We're 9% below that. ENVX next week, 1850 strike price. We're underneath that 12%, and it rose 6% today. And then the Hims and Hers, we've discussed this already. You know, this expires this week with a 2250 strike price. We're over at 27 cents or 1% as of today. Then we have Robinhood with a 2450 strike price. We're underneath that 7%. Hut 8 2050 strike price. We're underneath that 3%. Then we have Lemonade, Mara, and MicroStrategy. They all expire next week. So Lemonade's 26 strike with currently 13% below. And then Mara, since it was a $29 strike price and it dropped 10% today, we are, the stop price is 25% below this strike price. Then we have MicroStrategy with the 1860. We are underneath that 7% at 1721. We did hit over 1800 yesterday, but it started falling back down with Bitcoin. And then we have NVIDIA here with a 129 strike price. We're currently underneath that 1%. It just keeps going back and forth between 119 and 122 there. Then we have Palantir with a $30 strike. We're underneath that 4%. Reddit, $70 strike, under 3%. Rivian, $18 strike, under 3%. Then we have Sunrun with the 1850 strike price, under that 7%. And then SMCI, we had just closed out of several of these, but we still have a 890 strike price with 13 contracts and 950 strike price with 46 contracts. And we're underneath those strike prices 12 and 18%. Then we have Spotify here with $315 strike price. Of course, we're over that over at 5%. 300 and we're over it by $15.79 since it did increase 12% today. And then we have Tesla with a 267.50 and 272.50. We're below those as of close today, 8 and 10%. But I'm sure all of you already know that Tesla reported earnings today. And the last time I saw it was like 227. As most of you know, all the times but the last time, I have only seen Tesla go down at earnings. But yeah, it closed post-market at 227.25. So yeah. And then we have Wayfair. This one doesn't expire till next week with a strike price of 58, and we are underneath that 9%. So that's it for ULTY for today, and I'll talk to you guys later.